Welcome back to Jersey Matters. And now we continue our conversation with Dr. David Aland, Chief of Infectious Diseases at Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School's Public Health Research Institute. There's been talk for a long, long time that we have to be concerned about a pandemic, and the pandemic will probably be a virus or the flu. And we didn't seem to be ready for it. You know, why? I guess there's two questions. Why weren't we ready? And is this a wake-up call that we should be ready for the next one?
Well, we've had several wake-up calls, right? We had SARS, which was a very scary virus, and control it really through heroic efforts of public health people, and by the lucky fact that SARS was not infectious until you had a fever. SARS-2, the COVID virus, is infectious in people even if they don't have a fever, and so we're not as lucky this time. So we've had that wake-up call. We've had a wake-up call with MERS. We've had a wake-up call with H1N1, which is commonly called the swine flu. So we've known, and we've had a wake-up call with avian influenza, which hasn't caused a lot of transmission between people, but has caused some, and is an extremely deadly virus. So we know that there are viruses out there that can pose a threat to the world. We know that pandemics occur, and this was predictable. People have been working very hard to deal with these potential threats. I was at a meeting at the World Health Organization in the fall, for example, that brought together people from all over the world to talk about what was being done to monitor the current situation with viruses out there, polio, influenza, etc., and what to do when new ones occurred. Agreements were being discussed between countries to share information. Talk was being made about how to rapidly roll out tests. Unfortunately, a few months later, this pandemic began, but people have been thinking about this. The problem is that not everyone is thinking about this, and often policymakers are not thinking about this. So it's not enough for scientists and public health officials to do this, but we need policymakers, we need support from the public to put money into organizations like the Centers for Disease Control and into research organizations so that we can be prepared for the next one of these.
Taking everything you just said, that we need to be prepared for the next one, and we're right in the middle of this one, and the fact that you said that we need to do more than we're doing now, I am going to venture into an area that I know you don't like to play with, but this just happened on the day that we're recording this conversation. The White House has said that they want to get the economy back up and moving and stop sort of some of this quarantining before Easter. Are they wishing for too much with that?
The White House should listen to its experts. Anthony Fauci of the NIH has been with the president. I don't know this from any personal knowledge, except watching the TV like everybody else. He is a world's expert on infectious diseases. He has access to the world's experts. The White House should be listening to their experts, listening to science, and making plans that way. I'm not privy to those discussions, but those are the discussions that clearly need to happen.
Right. What I'm telling you just was an announcement from the president. He said the economy is being hurt more than people are being hurt, and we need to do something, and we want to get this wrapped up by Easter, and we don't. So I'm just because that just happened, I wanted to get your comment on it and find out.
I would love to have it done by Easter as well, but wishing doesn't make things happen.
Again, Dr. Aland, thanks so much for doing this. But before we wrap up, is there anything you want to clear up? Is there any information that is not getting out there right now from either the media or the governor's briefings that you think is important?
I think the governor's done a wonderful job. He's recognized that there's a problem. He's encouraged people to keep social distancing. They're doing their very best to get tests out and to get PPEs to hospitals. I just think we need to give him our support. We need the federal government to give him support. As far as things that we may have missed in our discussion, I do want to make it clear that my group has worked with Cepheid for 2 decades developing tests, and we should and get a lot of credit for that. But this COVID test was developed by Cepheid, given to us in a slightly earlier form. We've been validating it. We were prepared to help them make the test even better, but the fact is the test is so good we did not have to help them. The test is great. We find the performance is outstanding. We're going to continue to do investigations, but as things seem now, Cepheid has done a fantastic job, and then they deserve the credit for this much more than my laboratory.
And again, thank you to Dr. David Aland, Chief of Infectious Diseases, Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School. When we come back, are you thinking about self-quarantining at your Jersey Shore home? You're being asked, please don't do that. We'll explain when Jersey Matters continues.